Let's take a big picture look at what's going on here. Over the next decade, 2 decades, it is expected that there will be $150 billion worth of oil and gas extracted off your coast. It's an extraordinary figure, but think of it in practical terms. That means, according to many experts, more than 2 billion tons of carbon emissions will come from your seabed, from those reserves, and be released into the atmosphere. I don't know if you, as a head of state, went to the COP in Dubai.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Do you know that Guyana has a forest forever?
Shalom. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to YAHAWASHI, QADASH. That was to my elders at Great Millstone, taught me the truth of the Spirit, singing honor to the elect, peace and blessed to the 1/3. This right here is a video going in on the president of Guyana is pretty much calling a BBC spokesman a hypocrite by them saying that them finding this oil is going to cause 200-something billion tons of like emissions or something to that extent. You heard it. You can go back. But then he's really thinking about how they're going to be making over $150 billion from that oil. And see what it is, it's the money. And then ESAU losing his strength, losing his grip on the world, because Guyana, you got to remember, Guyana was a very, very, very poor country, right? And now you want to tell another country that what they're doing is going to cause more damage to the world than what you're already doing. The hypocrisy and the nerve of you to even have the audacity to even say that to that man, right? Y'all got to remember where Guyana is as well, too. But before I go any further, let me bring out this precept and I'm going to show you where Guyana is on the map. This is Job chapter 20, verse 4 through 7. Knowing thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right. And there's Guyana on the map. You see Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil. All right, now I'm going to play the rest of the video.
That is the size of England and Scotland combined. A forest that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon. A forest that we have kept alive. A forest that we have kept alive.
Does that give you the right? Does that give you the right to release all of this carbon?
Does that give you the right to lecture us on climate change? I am going to lecture you on climate change because we have kept this forest alive that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon that you enjoy, that the world enjoy, that you don't pay us for, that you don't value, that you don't see a value in, that the people of Guyana has kept alive. Guess what? We have the lowest deforestation rate in the world.
Ooh, fuego, flamed his ass. Real talk. He said, I'm going to tell you about climate change. We store 19 billion, tons of it. Or what he said, right? And he said the world benefited from it. Just like think about it, Brazil. Most of the world deforestation happens where? In Brazil. Check this out. According to MAAP, Brazil is the country that does the most deforestation in the Amazon, accounting for 72.8% of the deforestation is 2022. Bolivia is the next highest contributor, Peru, Colombia, Brazil. But you know who's the one that's actually orchestrating all of that? It's the countries in the West. They're the ones that are doing it. And even Nigeria doing it as well, man. Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Even with our greatest exploration of the oil and gas resource we have now, we will still be net zero. Guyana will.
He said they had a great exploration of what? Their oil and gas now. Now BBC want to talk to them. Ghana was a very poor country. Matter of fact, let me give you a little insight right after I read this. Revelation 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest keep reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And that's what the president of Guyana is talking about. Now, Guyana, it's a country located in South America. So the name for the land of water. All right. Now, it has some British and Dutch colonial past, of course. We already understand how the transatlantic slave trade went about. But it said it gained independence in 1966. And it said the country's chief economic assets have been its natural resources, mainly its pristine rainforest. The land is what kept them going. That's their chief asset, their land. Okay? Sugarcane plantations, rice field, and bauxite and gold reserves. Despite those riches, Guyana remained one of the poorest countries in South America into the first decades of the 21st century. But the country's economic fortunes changed dramatically in 2015 with the first of a raft of rich, deep water oil field discoveries in Guyana's offshore Stabroek block. So they just discovered this oil almost a decade ago, a little under a decade ago. And now you got the BBC News. Here they go. Remember now remember they free from y'all since 1966, right?
Still be net zero. With all our exploration,
Couple of
we'll
points.
still be net zero. There's
powerful words, Mr. President.
Hold.
But a couple.
I'm not completed as yet. I am not finished as yet. I am just not finished as yet. Because this is the hypocrisy that exists in the world. The world in the last 50 years has lost 65% of all its biodiversity. We have kept our biodiversity. Are you valuing it? Are you ready to pay for it? When is the developed world going to pay?
He said, we value our biodiversity. The world, we. Have you? No, Esau doesn't. He's a destroyer, man. Remember Revelation 11:18? At the very end, what did it say? It says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And that's exactly what he's saying right now. Do you value the earth? Do you value the biodiversity? Like us living on earth is like fish living in a bowl, and all you're doing is pouring poison into the earth or pouring poison into the fish bowl. We have to live here, idiots. Right? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5 through 6. Yea, also because he transgressive by wine, Salakia. The wine is his philosophy. He is a proud man, Esau, proud to be an American, right? Neither keepeth at home, nope, because they have the most military bases throughout the entire earth. Who enlarge of his desire is hell, because everywhere he go, he just kill and destroy. Look at places before and after. Look at Libya before and after. Look at Egypt before and after. Look at Yemen before and after. Look at Sudan before and after. Look at Iraq before and after. Afghanistan before and after. Pakistan before and after. Must I continue to go on? Okay. And is as death, facts, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. That's what he does. And once again, going back to the petrodollar, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. There's so many points in this beautiful precepts, but the fact is that everywhere he go is hell. He is his death. That's Habakkuk 2 and 5, y'all, if you want to know. It cannot be satisfied, but then it goes on to say, shall not they take up a parable? Remember what he said? The president of Guyana, he said, are you ready to pay your debt? And remember the word clay? in Habakkuk 2:6. The word clay in Hebrew is abath. I think it's abatia, which means heavy debt. And America and the West is in heavy debt with the rest of the world. Notice Guyana is also a South American country, which will make them Israelites. And there's a girl at my job, she's Guyanese. I thought she was like, she like very like dark copper tone. You know, I thought she was like Dominican. She said, no, I'm from Guyana. I'm like, oh, snap. But she straight Israelite attitude, can't fake it at all. Straight up. You know, they Israelites, they Jakes, but they're the only country in the South America that speaks English. You know, but they're Israelites, right? So yeah, you in debt, my guy. Let's go.
Or are you in the pockets? Are you in the pockets of those who have damaged the environment? Are you in the pockets? Are you and your system in the pockets of those who destroyed the environment through the Industrial Revolution and now lecturing us? Are you in their pockets? Are you paid by them? Are you paid to keep?
Before we go far, there's a comment from James Menzies. He said, oops, wrong one. He said, release.
And the reason why I want to just go this far into the video because this is Sarah Garvey's page, and that's where I got this information from. So I just wanted to show you who I got the video from. But going back to Jeremiah 50:23, and I'm going to close out. How was the hammer of the whole earth, Esau, cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So in other words, another translation, how is it that you who rule the whole world through slavery, through your military, through your policies, and your foreign policies, now all of a sudden we are all on equal playing field and you're losing your grip and you don't want to play fair. Now you want to tell us how to monitor the world when you've been the one destroying it for the longest. Yeah, you losing your grip, my guy. Nonetheless, though, with that being said, pray y'all edifying fed, stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent, Kwama Sha'Allah, Mufla Babal, Shalom.